Yo, 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 yo. This is Green Ranger going live. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you everything that everything that Steve from Machete Squad is saying is not true. You know, he's just it's just not true because Didi is a good guy. He's not a he's not he's not a bad guy or anything. You know, he's being billed as the bad guy because Steve wants more views. That's the main thing. He wants more views. Don't listen to him at all because he just wants more views from you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not about helping anybody. He wants to harass and he wants to harass ddlivestudios and his family, you know, because they're going through a lot, and Steve just wants to harass them for more views. That's the main thing. You guys, I know you guys are an enlightened audience, and I know you guys know when someone's being a pest, and I'm telling you, Steve from Machete Squad, he's being a real pest. I mean, why would you sit there and bother somebody's family, right, when their family member is bedridden and sick and stuff and in the hospital? Dude, that is not right. That is so cheesy. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. Why would you do something like that? You know, show some kind of respect, man. You should show some kind of respect. Nobody would do that to you. Nobody that I know would do that. I mean, you need to show some kind of respect. Show at least a monochrome of humanity, you know, to not bother this guy because his family is going through stuff. They don't need that. They don't need this stuff from you. They don't need it. But yet and still he has to be harassed by you constantly. Constantly. I mean, come on, Steve. You're supposed to be this big YouTuber, you know. I'm sure you can get views without harassing Didi, and I'm sure that this don't have to drag on. This drama is stupid about who has this and who has that. Come on now, this is real stupid, man. Why would you even do that? You know, I'm just gonna say it. Um, it's really not worth it to do this, to go after somebody's family and go back and forth. It's really stupid. You're gonna make the content. Make the content. It don't have to be about anybody. It could be just something you thought up, you know. But it doesn't have to be about anybody. But you take it as though I'm gonna do this because every argument doesn't need a rebuttal, and every subject doesn't need to be answered. It's just not worth it. Nobody wants to, you know, sit and listen to this back and forth stuff. It's childish, man. It's like two children in a schoolyard fighting over the same toy. Come on now. Come on. You're old enough to know better, Steve. And yes, both of you guys are old enough to know better, and you guys should stop. Seriously. His his grandma is sick in bed, you know, and this is the thing. He shouldn't be harassed. This is just stupid. Who got more views than who and why? You know, but in the grander scheme of things, does anybody really care who has the greater views? No, no. Because when it's all is said and done, nobody really cares. Seriously, nobody really cares about this. Who got views and who got this? I mean, why do you want to go through this stuff? Why? I mean, why do this? It doesn't seem to make any type of sense. But you two are just going at it. You know, it's like two. I'll just say it like this. It's like two dogs fighting over the same bone, but it comes out no dog gets the bone because the way I see it, the way I see it, nobody's going to get the Hollywood. Nobody's going to get the brass ring. So both of you just need to stop. Seriously, both of you, you need to stop. I mean, his grandmother's in bed sick. You know, she don't need this stress. He don't need the stress, and you don't need the stress. Come on, man, have some respect for your family too. That's what I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. Because nobody wants to disrespect anybody's family. Nobody wants to do all that. Nobody. It takes more work. It takes less work to do something bad than it does to do something good. Come on, now. You know it. You know it, Steve. You know it. Why would you wanna harass Dee Dee? It doesn't make sense. And why would you want Dee Dee to come back at you with some comeback? It don't make sense. You guys been sniping at each other for a long time. I mean, it has to stop. His grandmother got so much stress on her that's not funny, and it has to stop. I mean, do you guys really want to do this? No, you guys really don't want to do this, but I can see that it's not even really about helping anybody. It's about ratings and who got this and who got that and who's going to get this. And nobody's making it to Hollywood, guys. Nobody. This is YouTube we're talking about. YouTube. And all of it is about um trying to make content, trying to make something work for you, you know, trying to make an app, do something that you really want it to do. But then it's all about in the grand scheme of things, it's all about just trying to do the right thing, you know, when everybody around you is just trying to make you do the wrong thing, you know. So I would strongly suggest that this stop. I mean, it doesn't need to go on. I mean, it's stupid in its intensity. I mean, hey, it doesn't have to go like that. You guys are two intelligent individuals with talent, and this is the thing. You guys don't need to be doing this. You know, you guys don't need to be doing this. You know, do the things that you should be doing, not the things that will get you in trouble. That's what it is. Do the things that should do the things that your monetized channels will allow you to do. Make the content that people like, because that's where your money comes in. Make the content. It don't have to be sniping with each other all the time. You know, you're like two little girls fighting over the same dress. Come on now, stop it. Just stop. Just stop. You and Dee Dee have been going round, round, round for a long time. Come on now, it has to stop. Then people, your friends are worried about you and your family. You know, we're I mean like as a fan and as a friend, I'm worried about you. Your grandma don't need this. Your aunt don't need it. You know, you certainly don't need it. You know, you got things to do, sir. Yeah, you have definite things to do. And you do not need to be on here doing this, sniping back and forth like some hyperthyroid dumbass. That's all he wants you to do. That's all he wants you to do is come up here and do this. He's gonna call you names that you're not. He's gonna say he's gonna say that you're a bad person and you're not. What's gonna happen? Nothing, because it's just talk. You know what's gonna happen? There was no minors in that server. There was no minors in that server. What are you talking about? You know, there's never any minors in the server from what I saw. And to put a fine point on it, whoever told you that was full of misinformation. You know, you ought to get with that person that's telling you these things, Steve. Yeah, you ought to get with them. You ought to have a talk with them. If they're giving you misinformation, you ought to check your facts first before you go confronting people. Because had you had asked me, I would have told you there was no children in the street. I would have told you there was no children in the Discord. Hell, I would have told you, man. Let me just say, I watch his YouTube streams, and I don't see any children in it at all. The only people I see in his streams are adults. So what are you talking about, Steve? What are you talking about? Yes, what are you talking about? As far as I'm concerned, I would get with that person that's telling you all these things, right? I would get with them and I would tell them they don't know what they're talking about. That's right. I would tell them they don't know what they're talking about. And as for Mr. Neon Roblox may be a minor, but he is old enough to be in the streams with Didi. Yeah, he is actually. So there was no there was no infraction of the term of service when it came down to Neon Roblox. Because one, um, his parents was in the room with him when he was streaming with ddlivestudios. Two, uh, that infraction only comes into play if the parent is not within visual range of the minor when the minor's in front of the camera. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, Steve from Machete Squad, you know, go back, go back and check your facts before you go confronting people because your argument sounds weak. Yeah, it sounds really weak. From where I'm sitting, it sounds right weak. You want to say how much you got, you want to flex. So what? So what? I'll tell you something about YouTube you don't know. Easy come, easy go. You can lose it all behind this stupid broadcast. Now, unless you know something I don't, or unless you want to lose out on your monetization, you guys would stop. Definitely. Because really, this sounds really stupid and boneheaded. It's been going on too long. You know, this person has that. I want this. Come on now. Sitting over here sounding like two petulant children fighting over the same toy, or who got the better parents, who got the better clothes. You know, you talk about people's home lives and stuff like that. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you like this. Neither one of you know enough about the other to say anything about one another. So I'm gonna say it like this: if you can't say nothing nice to one another, then don't speak at all. That's how you do it. Don't speak at all. Just leave it alone because I'm sure the YouTube moderators have had enough of this. I'm sure the people watching YouTube have had enough of this. I know I've had enough of it. You know, it should stop. You're two grown men and you're sniping at each other like two old biddies, two old crones fighting over the same pot. Come on now. Do you really want to do this? Do you really? I mean, the views are not worth it. Losing everything over a video, losing everything over things you said in anger, losing everything and doing stuff you really don't mean. Do you really want to do that? Do you guys really want to risk losing everything over stupid stuff? I can see if you had valid points on going online and saying, mentioning relevant points, but you're mentioning past things and you're going on things that you're going on things that are told to you by a second and third party, and you're not really checking the facts. So so what? What? The only thing I can say is, um, in the grand scheme of things, right? You guys shouldn't be talking about anybody's home life, neither one of them, because everybody does what they can do. You know. As for his disability, Steve, I'm gonna tell you, that's none of your business. He don't ask about your stuff, and he don't make speculations on you, and you shouldn't do it to him. You know. And this is the thing, man. Do you really want to? Do you really want to keep doing this, man? Mostly the stuff you're saying, you heard from second and third parties, right? Second and third parties, and I'm gonna tell you, from a legal standpoint, uh, all it is liable and slander. Liable and slander. Do you really want to do this? Do you? I mean, you got a community, Steve from Machete Squad. Didi has his community. Okay, then what you do is you use your community to to do something positive, foster positive things. You can mentor future broadcasters to do better things. You always want the generation after you to be better than you were. It's just the simple order of things. But I see no evidence of it. Because as far as I see, all you guys do is snipe. Yeah, you're sniping. I'll give you the definition of it. Going back and forth without a reasonable point of origin, and then you're mentioning old stuff that happened way back when Didi was a kid and he had no control over what's happening. Yeah, way back when he was a kid, he had no control over what was happening. But no, you can't see that, can you? Because you're too busy going after him. You were too busy doing whatever Steve wanted to do to get views. That old shock value thing. Yeah, I know all about that, Mr. Steve from Machete Squad. And I'm gonna tell you, I find your actions really deplorable, sir. And I'm being polite because people talking to other people should be polite. And I'm not going to sully myself by um, doing that thing of going around and doing the dozens with you, all that other stereotypical stuff. I'm not going to sit here and foster a stereotype with you. So, better than to do that, I would just say both you guys need to cut it out. Make your content, you know, do whatever works for you. Leave each other alone. That's what it boils down to. Yes, that's what it boils down to. Leave each other alone. Let him do him. You do you. Feel me? And you two don't even have to talk or communicate with each other because it's stupid. This is stupid. I mean, like you're literally sitting there you're literally sitting there in your basement or in your studio or whatever, you know, thinking of ways of getting back at Dee Dee when you should be thinking, wow, maybe I ought to think of a short that'll put me over the top. You really want values, you put in the work. You put in the work, son. That's what you do. Put in that work. I may not be a big YouTuber or whatever, but when I do stream, I try to stream to, not to, do anything negative. Always do something positive. Always. Should always do something positive to help people. That's what you do. And and I think deep down inside, I think that's what you tried to do with Cyrex. I don't think you meant to hurt him. Seriously, Steve. I really don't. I really don't think you meant to hurt that guy. Seriously. You're just you're just doing it your way. You're broadcasting in your own style. That shock jock value, that style that you do, you know. But I can see that you deep down inside you was really trying to help that man. You know, giving somebody a reality check don't really hurt them. It keeps them grounded. You know. But then this sniping thing is more than a reality check. You know, and it's just stupid. You both are big YouTubers, man. Use your clout for something positive, please. Come on, Steve. I know you can do it. Dee Dee, I know you can do it too, man. I've seen you. I've seen you do it. I know you're not a bad person, Dee Dee. I've known you for a long time. And Steve, I haven't known you for a long time, but I know you're not a bad person either. So you know what? You guys just need to come to some kind of agreement and not say anything to anybody, not say anything to each other, and make your content. Okay? Just do that. You do that and you can't go wrong. Alright? Alright. Peace. I'm out. I'm out of here. You guys know better.